Woj bombs are gone. Now it's Shams bomb, and we kind of got one. Not anything that was completely unexpected, but Shams went on ESPN NBA Today and said the Warriors are looking for another star player to pair next to Stephen Curry. Now, folks, again, we kind of already knew this. It's been whispers since last offseason. We're going to break down all the players they tried to get, but now that we're getting closer to the trade deadline, about a month, 2 months away, the team went from 12-3 to now 13-7 in that range. So we need someone as obvious to be able to help out Steph Curry, make it easier. Or is Jonathan Kuminga that guy to step up? Or do they need to trade him or other players? So we're going to break this down on this episode of Warriors Digest. What's the update on Warriors trying to make a trade? We've done some videos lately with the Bulls center, Vucevic. We did Brandon Ingram. So what's the overall update? We got to keep you folks in tune with free agency, trade rumors, stats, games, everything in between. Please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Let's get into it. So Shams said, per ESPN today, NBA today, excuse me, I'm told the Warriors are on the real hunt for a star, a playmaker, a scorer along Stephen Curry. I don't know why he just doesn't say Steph Curry. And you think back to last summer, we tried to get Lauri Markkanen, Paul George. Did not work. Why did we not get those players? Let me make myself bigger for a second. Lauri Markkanen, they wanted Brandin Podziemski, and apparently Joe Lacob, Mike Dunleavy Jr. said he's off limits. Now, based off of how Brandon has played the first 20, 25 games of the season, maybe they should have made that trade. Also, they wanted a lot of draft picks, which the Warriors weren't willing to give up. I think J.K. needed to be in it as well. So it felt like it was a very heavy trade, but maybe it would have been worth it. Paul George, same type of thing. A lot of young players, a lot of first-round picks. He's been hurt. Obviously, the hurt happened in a game, so that's the freak nature of basketball. But did you want to trade everything away, first-round picks, trade assets for someone who's in his mid-30s? We did get Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, Melton, Waters, who have done decent. You look at Buddy Hield, first 5 games of the season, he shot the three-point lights out. It was historic pace. He has come down a bit since then. You look at Kyle Anderson, has been Mr. Slow-Mo for us, has been a good, versatile player off the bench, has played some games he hasn't, or there have been some games he hasn't played. Melton played so well next to Steph Curry, but unfortunately he's out for the season with the ACL. Waters started the season hot, and has fallen off and fallen out of the rotation. So, the strength in numbers we were all stoked on for the first 10 games of the season. Depth, we have it, which is nice, but regress back to the mean. Jonathan Kuminga, potential future star is what we all think, what we all hope in terms of Warriors organization. I think he has that potential. The question is, can he get there? I know fans, you guys are a little bit on it. He had a career high 33 points against the Rockets, and now he's starting in place of Draymond Green. The video I put out earlier, I talked about, one, maybe that helps the Warriors out now, be more oomph on offense. But two, this could be pumping up his value. So if they make a trade at the trade deadline and you get rid of Kuminga, you're not going to pay him $30, $35 million. You bring back a star who would take that money. So now you get more value for Kuminga by showing what he can do for a month plus starting. Shams says Golden State's ready to engage before Steph Curry's time runs out. So we have to monitor the next couple of months, next few weeks of what's happening before the trade deadline. Can we get one more championship with Steph Curry, Draymond Green? Of course, the last championship was 2022 when Klay Thompson came back from his injuries. So who could they get? I did the full video breaking down Brandon Ingram. You can go to my website or go to the channel and see it. It should be linked below. Zach LaVine, I did in the summer. He's done a pretty good job this season, staying healthy, doing well for the Bulls, and apparently everybody is on the chopping block for them. Nikola Vucevic, again, from the Bulls as well. Norman Powell, which we really haven't broken him down too much, but Norman Powell is doing a nice job. Let me pull it up really quickly. Norman Powell doing a nice job over there for the Clippers. Clippers really, not in the crazy contention. Kawhi Leonard still hasn't played. If I look at Norman Powell's stats this season, he started 17 games. He's shooting 50% from three, which is amazing. Shooting 4 to 8 threes a game, so that's pretty high. And that really would help the Warriors. He's scoring 24 points. So if Warriors could get Norman Powell, whoops, I lost what I was at. Norman Powell, that'd be really big. I already did the video breaking down Jimmy Butler. And of course, the big name right there, De'Aaron Fox. Would the Kings trade with Golden State? Would the Kings trade with Golden State, their rivals in the Bay Area? De'Aaron Fox, like, he wants that Supermax. Will the Kings give it to him? If we don't, at that case, we'd probably have to give Kuminga, Podziemski, draft picks. We know that Fox is signed to the Curry brand. He wears his shoes. They traveled to Asia last summer to be together and do the whole branding thing. And Fox, Curry would be a deadly 1-2. The pick and rolls, the three-point shooting, the drive and kickouts, they would be amazing. And then if you could keep Wiggins, so you'd have Fox, Curry, Wiggins, Looney, and then Draymond, that's a formidable 5. And once Curry's gone, Draymond's gone, Fox is your point guard. That means obviously Podziemski is gone. Fox takes his spot. I'm not opposed to that idea. I would have to see the money and how that works, but it would be an interesting thought. Another one, of course, the big one that has always been over is Giannis Antetokounmpo coming over from the Milwaukee Bucks to Golden State. This would be a haul. You would have to give up your farm, your whole team for this. Wiggins, Kuminga, Podziemski, Waters, 2 first-round picks, probably more. This would have to be a multi-team trade because we'd be giving up so many players and getting one back. You have to have a minimum of 13 on the roster. This would take us below that. Right now we have 14. Giannis, of course, is making $50-ish million a year, so you got to have Wiggins' salary in there plus other people's making it. Your starting 5 is going to be probably, that's tough. Steph, Draymond, Giannis, Moody, and Anderson, maybe TJD. But that's a tough starting lineup. You're going to be losing some 3-point shooting there. But Giannis, if you think he's the star that he is, he's still in his young. How old is Giannis? Giannis' age? I think he's 29. Oops. He's 30, so still has another half decade to a decade of great basketball potentially in him. Is he worth that over Wiggins and Kuminga and Podziemski, Waters? Obviously, Kuminga, Podziemski, the potential future. So there's a lot of questions here, folks. And again, this comes down to that we know the Warriors are looking for a star. They're looking for a trade. Probably need another big man who can stretch the floor. We do good at rebounding. We do good in the paint. But we just don't have someone who's 7 foot to bang with those bigger players. And having a second star against Curry, especially Curry up in his mid to upper 30s, Draymond mid upper 30s, not going to be able to play every game, will help take some of the pressure off of him. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think it should be one of these players right here? Do you think it should be a Giannis? Or do you think the Warriors just got to ride out with what they have and be with the current team? I think that answer is no, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give me a comment, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Warriors Digest out.